Borough fans, welcome back to season 7 and episode number 10 on the Stevenage Football Club podcast. As you can tell, guys, I'm so happy because we're fourth. We're fourth in the most important season. Hello to everyone that is watching on YouTube. Welcome back to our YouTube episode and platform. And hello to all the people listening to all the audibles and on Spotify. We know that you love to listen on Spotify. Again, as I said, Season 7, Episode 10, as you can see in the title, September, because we go into the second month of the most important season, the 25/26 League One season, the journey to becoming a top half team. Now, recently, we haven't had a game. We've had the international break. We have seen the excellence of Big Goal International Reedy, not Big Goal Reedy, Big Goal International Reedy. We've obviously had that incredible kind of euphoric 5-1 win in the Football League Trophy against AFC Wimbledon. And here we go. 3 matches, Mansfield, Exeter and Leyton Orient over September to conclude our second month of the season. Are we still going to be up there? I believe we are. What a start it has been. What a team. What a season. Our favourite season so far. He's back on the podcast with me tonight. Mr. Andy Blair is in fine form. And how are you? How's your week's break been? How's your dating life been? How's everything, mate?
I was waiting for that one to get dropped in there. See you rocking back and forth.
Sorry, I had to. I didn't want to delight the listeners with that info, but you know what I mean. You are, you are of that, plethora now, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's about as existent as Joe Fryer being a good goalkeeper. Really, my dating life.
I thought you were going to say the Priz. To be honest with you, I'm a little bit disappointed.
Well, that one. Yeah, but I was talking to Jake the other day, and I reminded him of the moment when he went, Joe Fry is an unbelievable goalkeeper. He's pulled off 2 worldy saves. I rock up for my first game. I can't remember who it was against. And he ends up chucking 2 in his own net. And I looked at him and went, and he's meant to be a good goalkeeper. And Jake was like, yeah, wasn't my finest moment.
Well, we've seen a lot of that over the years, haven't we? When I think back to goalkeepers, obviously it's unbelievable having, Philip Marshall, as we like to call him, Philip Martial.
There's no we, it's just solely you.
No, we definitely call Martial. It just sounds better. And you look at like the levels of goalkeepers, but I remember the Joseph Anangs of the world, and the Jeremy Joneses, and the Joe Fryers, and I remember all of that. Joseph Anang, honestly, do you know what? Hasn't Alex Ravel come a long way, by the way? Right?
Yeah.
Just as a person, he's gone from signing people like Joseph Anang to Jordan Houghton and Martial, and do you know what I mean? Just the level of difference.
Yeah, Ross Marshall, remember him?
Where's he now? I saw his knee at Cheshunt or something like that. I swear he is.
Probably.
God dear, those were the days. That was the COVID days. That was behind those days, wasn't it? Matty Stevens saying that he's on hot form in our league.
He is, although not on Saturday, mind.
Well, yeah, no, exactly. But I was going to say, Reedy. I think Reedy's on 5, and Stevens on 4. I think he's one behind.
I want to say something like that. I mean, the first thing I've got to say is up those pesky ticks.
Oh, here we go again. Every episode saying that I was keeping I was at a birthday party, right? You know Matty up north.
Yeah.
It was actually our game being off. I was actually quite happy about, because it was, I would have gone to the game anyway and gone after, but they had a birthday party, and I was like, it's on the same day. So when the game against Barnsley got called off, I was a bit like, we can go up, no issues. So we went up, and obviously all the games were on. So we're at this party, and I was looking every 5 minutes. I was looking at the results. I've seen Plymouth were thrashing Stockport, going, oh my God. And then looking at Doncaster beating Bradford. No, we're down to 4th. And Huddersfield against Peterborough, which was actually quite close to where they live, actually. And I did have a look at Lincoln Wigan. I saw the goals, and I saw 2-2. I thought, oh my God, they've thrown it away. And saw them draw. Are we? Let me get the table. We're 3 points clear of Luton and Lincoln at the minute.
Mind that gap.
Knew that was coming. Jake, look, Jake Tong knows how good our side is this season. He knows that.
Just doesn't want to admit it, does he?
Can you two just get on?
Well, it's just, do you remember last year when he was dropping those little,
Yeah, but it's a
on the gap
different
mess?
season, Ad. It's a new season.
No, but you've
know what
got
I was-
you've got to repay the favor, If he does it to you, you do it back. It's only fair.
So when we get promoted, right?
Yep.
That's going to be fun, isn't it?
Bye bye, Tongy.
Oh, for God's sake. I just want you two to repair the bridges. And
There'll be
this
no
season-
trebles though.
Yeah. Trebles?
Yeah, if we go up, there won't be any trebles, will there?
Well, it's okay. I'm sure we'll find a championship game near Lincoln. Hang on a sec. What championship teams play near Lincoln? There's loads. Nottingham Forest? No, hang on. They're Premier League.
Premier League.
So that was an absolute faux pas. Who plays near Lincoln that's in the championship? Birmingham? Norwich? No, Norwich is near there.
Right, let me get it up. And
Oh, I've got one.
Here.
I've got one.
Go on.
Hull City.
It looks like it's right. Hang on. You've
It's
got
Hull
a chef.
City.
Hull is a fair old journey up from Lincoln.
Is it? I thought Hull was only north.
Yeah, it looks like it's quite a way up. But if you go Nottingham, you've got Nottingham for the night out. If you go Sheffield for the night out.
Saying that, you say Sheffield. You know our last away match the season, Doncaster. Are you back in it?
Potentially. I need to see where I am at that time in terms of work and stuff, and because I'm back at uni.
Saying that, you are a question mark for the wedding at the minute, aren't you? We don't know exactly.
No, it's just with uni because I've got to do 10 weeks on placement in a school somewhere. So if I'm not in the middle of that and writing assignments, then I should be good to go. But not entirely sure yet.
Well, there you go. Hull City or Sheffield or the Midlands. We'll have any of them, man. We'll have any of them. Really quickly, how was your time off, Anne? How was cricket? Good week?
Yeah, it was all right. Cricket was cricket. But I'm over 40 wickets for the year, so pretty happy with myself.
God, go on, Ben Stokes. Absolutely out of the park.
I wish I was Ben Stokes to some regard.
Yeah,
but yeah, no,
as well, isn't he? So
yeah. I miss him. I did miss Barrett at the weekend though. Some sort of nonsense to keep myself entertained with.
Do you know what? I don't like the international breaks because I really miss seeing the team and seeing the team play. I think as well, like I was thinking about this earlier. I think with this team, because this team are probably the best team we've ever had, and they're so good that when you don't have a game, you really miss it. That's why I was really happy we had the Football League trophy, so that we at least had a match last week, because I do miss them, and I can't wait to see them on Saturday away at Mansfield. Could go top of the league. Again.
It was free flowing football, wasn't it, against Wimbledon?
Oh, mate,
you never thought it was going to stop.
I know you're going to joke. We actually look like prime Barcelona on some of those attacking.
Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets just pulling the strings.
Hey, if you offered me Phoenix Patterson or Iniesta, I'd take Fino. I'm sorry, that performance that night. And the gas. It was like watching Benzema in his prime. The gas was turning people on the edge of our own box. He ended up scoring in the other box. Unbelievable football. The gas.
It was a very nice. It was one of those evenings where I sat there and watched it and went, Jesus, we could have had about 9.
Do you know what? We'll talk about it because we're in it. That 5-1 win, it was great, I thought. Like, do you know what really impressed me? So, obviously, we've seen 6 League One matches to kick off this, and I say the most important season because it is the most important season. The goal to become a top half team and establish ourselves there for the next couple of years. But we've seen the opening 6 games. We know how good this team is. We've created it, a top half team. We've said it every episode. But what I wanted to see last week was players get a game that haven't played a lot. So, your Jasper Pattendons, your Sweens, your Freestones, your Gassans, your Matthias Roberts, your Bezzes, your Jovan Malcolms, your Phoenix Pattersons, all those Fino has featured quite a fair bit. And what really impressed me, we saw all those others play, And they played to exactly the same level that all of the other players have been playing. And that 5-1 win to me, and I don't know, I know you were there as well, Anne, but like what it screamed to me was how great our squad depth is. Because if you've got the 11 players that we all know who start, or the majority of them, they all played to that top level in League One. But these players, the Matthias Roberts, the Bezies, the Gassans, they all play to that level too. And it just shows you the great squad depth. Well, no, I'd say unbelievable squad depth we've got, right?
Yeah, I think I remember saying to someone, they were like, but Wimbledon made 11 changes. And I sat there and went, well, we made 10. But it
Yeah.
just shows that we've got almost two starting 11s. You know, you've got your one that goes out and plays League One, but the second 11 almost is just as good as the first 11. You know,
Yeah.
like we've got two full starting 11s. It's unbelievable, and everyone's sitting there going, "Oh, but Wimbledon did this," and we had Ryan Doxey in the middle of the field,
Thing is,
in the middle
right?
of the park.
You make a great point. I couldn't agree more. It's like we've got one team and another team, but this team is a top half League One team, and this team is just as competitive. Like if you played that team that played in the trophy in a league match, I bet you they'd win a couple of games and compete.
Yeah,
Seriously.
yeah, yeah. Everyone going, "Oh, but Wimbledon did this," so they made 11 changes. Okay, great. Well, we made 10.
Do you know what?
Put
I couldn't agree more.
is
For me, it was just you saw how unbelievably brilliant this squad depth is for this squad. You saw the other players play to that top level in League One, and that's what I loved. I thought, to score 5 and to dominate, the goals, Harvey White's finish.
oh,
And wow, can I just say, and look, we've said this on the podcast, right? Many a times over this start of the season. We even said it in the preparation period. What an unbelievable football player Phoenix Patterson is. He is just wonderful. Like, do you know what? We've already seen it, haven't we? I thought when he come on at Huddersfield, he was magnificent. And he came on I remember that day when we were brilliant. I was so proud the way that we played in the last third. He come on in that game, and he was doing everything. Every attack we had, he was leading it. He was beating people. He was keeping defenses guessing of which way he was going to go. His delivery was great. It was tricky. He was. I even clocked it back in the preparation period where at Bishop Stortford. I remember going, "Wow, what a player he is!" in Spain for Swansea. But wow, what a player! I mean,
yeah,
he was on fire. He could have scored 5, couldn't he, that night?
yeah. It was. I think it was the second half when it was down in front of us, and he had that right back on toast. And he was jinking him. And the right back, I think at one point, Phoenix went past him. I think the right back just turned around and just threw his arms in the air and went, "What can I do?"
Do you know what?
He didn't have a clue.
Do you know what? I think that right back forgot his birthday that night. Or
yeah.
bamboozled by Phoenix that he forgot his name or something.
He just looked like he was just like, I don't know what to do, because the moment I want him to go left, he just jinks back right. If I show him to go to the right, he just jinks back left, and he didn't have a clue, not a Scooby clue.
No,
it was great to watch.
He was brilliant. He was every time he went forward, he looked like scoring. He could have probably scored more, but just that performance, the football. It was the last goal for me. The great football at the back. Dan Butler plays a neat little pass, gets it back, gives it to Jordan Roberts. Jordan Roberts strolls through, plays it to Jasper. Jasper squares it, and Gas scores. I mean, that goal is of quality that a championship side would do. That would get the ball and move it like that through the lines and move it to a square pass in the box or someone attack home. It was almost that good. It was almost like a FIFA goal. FIFA, when you play FIFA.
Yeah.
It was like that. It was, Jordan Roberts, right? I mean, Jordan Roberts has had a brilliant season. We know that he's a top League One level player, right? He come on and he just strolled for like 20 minutes and just did everything, but made it look easy. Wasn't even sweating. Didn't even breathe. It didn't look like. It was like he had a stroll around the park and ran the game. You know what I mean?
Didn't breathe.
Well, yeah. Well, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
But a great win, really, really important win. Not only that, I love the gyros. Oh,
Oh, that was unreal. That was
mate.
an unreal find.
The only thing I'm a bit gutted about, right, is when we play them Boxing Day in League One, we're not going to get that unless it's in the away end. I don't know if it is or not.
Probably not. We'll be stuck to pies, won't we?
Any Wimbledon associates listening, I don't think they are, but please get the gyros in the away end for Boxing Day. I'd love a little Boxing Day gyros.
Yes. Yeah, or pizza or whatever.
Oh, mate. No, actually, I wanted the pizza as well, but I thought, no, I need to be good at my calories. I've got a race in 2 to 3 weeks. I can't,
Yeah.
I can't let Pidge see me with a pizza and a gyro stuff in my face in the away end. That just can't. That just
I'm
can't.
sure he'll be deeply offended.
Really quickly, Anne, are we going to Wembley? Is it happening? Because we've got that set that I love the way we've called it 2 teams because that's how great this squad is. Surely that team could take us to Wembley. Certainly. Sure.
I wouldn't see why not.
Do you know what? I think now that we've had this start in League One and we've got 15 points and we know that we're going to be a top half League One team, sod it. Go for the EFL trophy. I mean, you could play that 11 and you've still rested pretty much 2/3 of the starting 11. Do you know what I mean? Because no Pidge, no Good, no Marshall, no Luther, right? No Jordan Houghton, no Phillips, no Reedy. No, I know Kemp obviously, came on, but originally no Dan Kemp, originally no Jordan Roberts. You could potentially play that 11 and I would back them to go really far in the competition. So
yeah,
why not? Why not?
Well, I mean, we're also going in May as well, according to you.
What, Jamie? What, when I was at Coldplay?
Yeah.
By the way, unreal night seeing Coldplay.
It looks so good.
Oh, mate. Do you know what? Me and Amy saw them for the first time a few years ago, but that night last Wednesday was unbelievable. I was in tears. You know how I get in tears when the team win like they will at Mansfield and go top again? It was that magical, Ad. It was that magical. We're going to talk about September in a little bit and the matches and the league table, because obviously there were games on the weekend where our game was postponed. Actually, I thought Barnsley would be rescheduled a lot quicker than it has done. There's been no news about that. So I don't actually know when that match is going to be played again. I don't think it will be September. I think it will be November maybe, or December, or whenever it's going to be. I really, really quickly want to speak about something before we look at September. I'm so happy saying this. International goal, Reedy. Please tell me, did you watch both games and did you see the goal?
I didn't get to watch the games, but I've seen the highlights and I saw the goal.
I sat there and not both games, but the other night I was watching it and I was watching Reedy play away at Germany in front of like 55,000 people. Unbelievable, by the way. Matt Hummels watching Reedy, by the way. But, what's going on there, right? Watching Reedy. And I was looking at it thinking, is that our Jamie Reid? Or am I looking at that's Jamie Reid. That's Jamie Reid. I couldn't believe it. Rudiger on the ball and Jamie Reid's like, I can believe it.
But Amy was thrilled with watching Jamie Reid play, and you sitting there going, "Oh my god!"
You should have seen it when he nearly got the penalty. I was like, penalty! But the goal against Luxembourg, unbelievable. Because again, I watched that night, and again, I sit there, oh my god, it's Jamie Reid. Reedy's playing, on for Northern Ireland on telly, and it was unreal when he went clean through. I was like, God. And he hit the goalkeeper, and then they pulled it back for a penalty. And then I immediately thought, Reedy's going to have it. He's got to have it. He's got to take the penalty, right? And they give it to that Price. Like, no. And then one of the boys, it might have been Owen, I can't remember who it was, just put Reedy in capitals. I was like, there's no way he's just scored the rebound. And as I thought that, Price's ran up, smashed it, parried, and you just see Reedy go bang, 1-0. I went effing mad, mate. I went effing mad. Jamie Reid scoring for Northern Ireland, second goal in the World Cup qualifiers, by the way. We're not just talking any friendly. he was just, I was so proud. He was brilliant.
Yeah, I
He
think
really was.
I think that that just snippet there of him having that hunger and the desire to get to the ball and finish, that's Reedy we know and love. That's when you know Reedy's in good form, and that's when you know Reedy's in a good place.
You know what I like, actually, like a lot about it, and right, is like obviously really, he's top goal scorer of the league, and I'm so proud of him. He's been brilliant, 5 goals for us. And you look at the goals he scored, all brilliant goals as well. Even the 2 at Port Vale, brilliant finishes. The header against Rotherham, brilliant finish. And then that goal, the first against Blackpool. I know the penalty was obviously saved, but the first goal, brilliant goal. 4 of them have been excellent finishes. But what I'm really happy about is he scored a goal, right? He's he didn't score against Wickham, played really well, I thought. He's gone away and he scored again. So when he comes back, and I'm assuming he'll be back tomorrow, or it might have been back today, when we go to Mansfield, he scored in the week. So it's not like he's coming off and like he hasn't scored for a few weeks since Port Vale. He scored. So he's still in that form when we play Mansfield. So that's what I was really happy about. But oh man, when he scored, I was in tears. I was so proud. I was so happy. I love Jamie Reid so much. He's that player, a bit like Pidge, that and Sweens, that you just absolutely love those players and you do anything for those players. And Jamie Reid is a legend. And I just love him so much. And I just want him to achieve so much in it, not just for us in his career. Just to see him do that was pretty cool. And then to see him play Germany was just ridiculous, I thought. When are we going to go to see him play? Surely we have got to go and see him play for Northern Ireland. Right?
When's the next international break?
So I'd look at this. So it's when we play Peterborough. Now, I'm assuming that game will be off. Right. So the next Northern Ireland games, right, are, I think, Slovakia and Germany at home or something like that. They're both sold out, right? But he does play Slovakia away in November. I mean, is that a possibility? You can get, is it Kosius or Kosio there, where he's playing in Slovakia, Cassios or something like that, I think it's called. You can get a flight there.
What date was it?
Oh, it's in November. Slovakia away. I am certain.
It is tempting. It's just annoying because I could have, because my dad's over in Belfast. Like, it would have been good to be able to just go over to there, stay wherever they are, and then travel to the game.
Did you see the video of Jay's brother and Josh? They were on the thing, weren't they?
Yeah, that's class. That was class.
That was so good. And Josh like singing Jamie Reid on the Oh mate, that looked
good to get the borough going.
Yeah, I love that. That song needs to be big on in the Gower, as they're called, Green and White Army. We have to. We'll have to go and see, really. I mean, I've worked out that Northern Ireland will be in place for a World Cup qualifier semis because they've got 3 points. They only need 4.
Is this your way of saying we can go to New York and watch Reedy?
This is what I was saying, Anne. I'm trying to go back to New York in November anyway for the Jets. Maybe we could get back in the summer. Or go and watch him in his World Cup semi-final match, whenever that will be. I'm assuming that will be December, November, but
I'm sure we'll see him soon, so we can ask him when he's got Slovakia away and see if we can get out there.
Heck, I'm going to say something that might be unbelievably unpatriotic right now, right? Oh, this is going to sound horrible to a lot of the listeners. If Jamie Reid played for Northern Ireland against England, I would support Jamie Reid. I'm owning it.
Depends on the scenario. If it's in the World Cup, I'm going England. If it's in just one of those friendly nonsense games, I'll go with Jamie Reid.
Do you know what? Still owning it. I love our football club so much, and Jamie Reid, I'm going Reedy for me. I would have an England shirt on, and then underneath I'd have a number 11 Northern Ireland Jamie Reid shirt on. Does that make sense? Or
yep.
And then a blue striped Scholler shirt on top.
I mean, it would be you'll be in at Wembley in the home end, and then Reid goes through, go on.
Yeah, go on, really. In the World Cup final at the MetLife. Oh, we know it, Ad. We know it. Just saying.
Good stadium.
Unbelievable. And the best
Not
thing,
a scratch on the Lamex, though.
not a scratch on the Lamex, no, 100%. Nothing is. Nothing is. September. I know that we've been waffling on for 40 minutes. That's what we normally do. September, and we're here. It's the second month of this, most important season, the 25-26 League One season, the season to become a top half League One team. That's the goal. And we're in September now. So the matches that we've got coming up, we have got Mansfield away this Saturday in our 7th League One match. We've then got Exeter at home in the 8th League One match. And then we end the month at Leyton Orient on Sky Sports, 12:30 kickoff in our 9th League One match before we go into an unbelievable October period. Now, I don't know about you, mate, right? This is an unbelievable few weeks for us, right? Because we've got 15 points. We're 4th after the weekend's matches. And we've got some really favourable games. Mansfield, Exeter, Orient all seem winnable games. You'd probably say Mansfield at the minute is probably the toughest of the lot. But a great opportunity to kind of solidify our position in the top half. And I think, as we always say, right, when you get to October, the league starts to mould into what it's going to be like throughout the season. And if we're still there, then, my God, who knows? What are we thinking about these next 3, mate? And how do you think we'll do? Because at the minute, we're just on fire. We've got 6 wins in 8 in all competitions, 5 wins in 6 in the league. I mean, really, we're looking at this thinking, my God, what an opportunity we've got, right?
Yeah, I think we've got a big opportunity here to get 9 points from the month. I think that, look, they're all winnable games. Mansfield are currently playing now in the EFL Trophy, and they're losing to Harrogate. So, it's looking good for us on Saturday. But look, I think, do you know what's somewhat surprised me though? I think Exeter have been a bit of a surprise package, beating Blackpool and winning games you didn't really think that they would win. So I think, I think we need to offer a bit more, have a bit more respect in terms of when we go to play Exeter, sit there and not just go, these are going to be a walkover, these are terrible. Like, they've actually gone and beaten some teams this year. So I think it's going to be tougher than what we think. And I think coming back off, the players had a week off and they're in training this week, and some are coming back from international break and whatnot. So,
by the way, did you see the holidays that they went on? Was Cole Pigiani in San Francisco? Or was that just me?
It looked like somewhere nice, didn't it?
It looked like the Golden Gate Bridge to me on that run.
Yeah,
it did. I'm being honest.
So I think it would. If we start slowly on Saturday, would I be surprised? Probably not. Just because I think it's, a week off, rustiness, no actual match play, no games going on. It wouldn't surprise me if they're a little bit rusty starting on Saturday. But I think after the first, 15, 20 minutes and everything starts to click again, then I expect us to be like a fully firing side. Yeah.
Yeah, I do you know what? I don't think I don't think it'll be like that at all. I think this team is so good. And when you look at the levels of the players we've got and how good they are, I don't think it'll be a case of they'll be rusty. I think they'll just play as they've done throughout the start. They're that good of a team. And when you're that good as a player, you always make sure that when it's game time, you're ready to perform to the level. I think for me, more importantly, this Saturday, I more than anything, I want to see us play at that top League One level like we've been playing every game, right? Because when I think about it, every match we've played it. I know that Port Vale, for a large part, people want it better. But when you look at the last 30 minutes against Port Vale, the last 30 minutes against Huddersfield, the full 90 of the other matches, we've played the top League One level. So I think for me, I really want to see that Saturday. And I want to see that with all these matches through September. But look, we know what we created. We created a top half team. We kept all the originals that we know are good enough to play there. We recruited top level League One players to, ultimately get us there and achieve that goal this season. I think we'll achieve it, and I think we'll. I got to be honest. I think we'll win a lot of these next matches. I really do. I think we'll win Saturday. Heck, I actually think we could win all three. If I'm completely honest, there's nothing that I've seen in the opening six to go, oh, I don't think we're gonna. I think we're gonna struggle against these teams. I mean, we have beaten pretty much similar teams to all of these three, haven't we? We've beaten your Rotherhams, your Northamptons, your Port Vales, your Wickhams, your Blackpools. I mean, they're similar to Mansfield, Exeter, Leyton Orient. So I think we can win all three. But again, play to the top level that we've been playing, because I think if we play like that, I just think we'll win a lot of these matches. You are right about Mansfield. They are currently playing. They're losing 1-0. I've got their lineup from tonight. Mason, Hewitt, Anderson, the Sween Dogs brother. McLaughlin, Flanagan, Lewis, Dickoff, Gardner, McAdam and Dwyer. So I think they've made changes. On the bench, they've got Roberts, Maris, Will Evans, Fraser Blake Tracy, Nathan Mariah Welsh, Elliot Hartman and Oliver Robert Taylor. So they've made some changes. I did see, however, that they had injuries on Saturday. Bailey Cargill went off injured, who's been their starting centre-back. And then they've had to play tonight. They've had to play 2 matches in a week, and we've had a full week off. So, yeah, I know that might not put anything to it, but that's good for our players. I think it's good that they've had a little bit of time away. Obviously, they still would have trained on their holidays, but yeah, I think we'll be raring to go for this one against Mansfield. Team selection. Do we go back to that starting 11 that we've pretty much started with for the opening part of the season?
Yeah, I think so. I think when you play Mansfield, you always know it's going to be a bit of a physical game, a bit rough and tumble. I'd maybe go with the team from the last game and start Dan Phillips alongside Jordan Houghton again, just have that presence. And if you think back to when we played there last year with Dan Phillips in the middle of that park, he ran the game, didn't he? Let's be honest. He was all over the place. He was making tackles. He was just everything about him that day just sort of was like, yeah, okay, he means business. So I'll probably start Phillips with Houghton, but I mean, I think everyone else speaks for itself. I think Reid will depend on how fit he's feeling. If he's feeling 100%, then yeah, let's get him in from the off. If he's not quite there, then maybe we start, the Gas or Bez or Joven, and then bring Reid on with maybe 30 minutes to go or whatever, and just get him some minutes, and then let him have a week on the training pitch before Exeter.
I think for me, Reid will go straight in. I think it's really important that he keeps playing Reid. At the minute, he's on fire. He's scored every other game or every game. I think he'll go straight back in. I think for me, what I love about this team is that, first of all, we know that we've created a top half team, but the squad depth is unbelievable. As you said earlier, and I completely agree. There's like 2 separate teams. It's that good. But the thing for me is, and we've seen this in the opening 6 matches, we know our team is so damn good because there is a consistent starting 11 every game, right? I think for the first 3 odd games, it was the same 11 every game. And the players are that good that there's no shift in people coming in or coming out, right? When you look at this team, and I think it's the same for Saturday, the back 4 pretty much. Jordan Houghton's probably going to be in there with Dan Phillips or Harv, and then the front 4. And that front 4 is a real focal point for me. Dan Kemp in the 10, Jordan Roberts, Chem Campbell or Phoenix, and Reid. And I think Revs needs to play pretty much that final 4 every game. I think Phoenix could come into to start him for me. I think the only thing with Phoenix, he doesn't give you that defensive solidarity that maybe Chem Campbell gives you, but when you've got a player of a talent of Phoenix that can score and create at any point, I just think he's too good of a player not to play. So I think Phoenix could really start for me actually in this match, given how brilliant he was in the trophy and how brilliant he's been. But I think it'll be pretty much a similar 11 to what we've seen. Points over the 3, Mansfield, Exeter and Orient. What do we think? Minimum 6, 7? Or do you think we'll actually get 9?
Well, notoriously, whenever we play Orient on the TV, it's either a loss or a draw. It's usually one
Why
of
is
those.
that 12:30? What is going
I
on?
don't know. But
At
it's
least it's
always, yeah. I always think whenever we play Orient, it's always one of those really boring nil-nils. Um, so I'm going to go. I think we'll probably beat Mansfield, and I think we'll beat Exeter, and then I've just got a feeling we'll probably draw to Orient, but I could be wrong. So I'm going to go 7, but it very easily could be 9.
thing is, right, say we got 7, right? That would put us on 22 points. Oh, sorry. No. I'm right. 22 points by October. I would be so proud if we got that. Like that, to have 22 points after the opening 2 months is unbelievable. I mean, we've pretty much got half to stay up before October, but you've got nearly half to confirm a top half finish just after 2 months. So that's why I think this month is really going to dictate this season for us. I just think if we get the results that we think we'll get, we're going to be in a position here where we can really achieve and compete. Because if we've got 22 points, we only need 45 to be in that top 10. And I'm not being funny. After these 3 matches, there's 111 points left to play. You would back us to get, 45 of that? It's under half.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really exciting. I agree with you. I think we'll definitely win 2 of the matches. And I think we've got the ability to go and win all 3. But that Orient game, I think, could be more difficult than people realise. But it's going to be exciting. And my God, by the time that we play Luton to start the 3rd month, it could be a top of the table clash. Wow, who'd have thought that in when the fixtures come out in June? My God. Really quickly, before we have a look at League One, Richard did send us a question. We didn't have a lot of questions this week. We only got about 1 or 2. No, actually 1. Richard was the only one that sent a question. Rich, we're going to read your question out for the questions part of the podcast. Rich asked, what's your thoughts on the new acquisition and can we realistically maintain a promotion push? Obviously, Rich is on about Lewis Orford, who we've brought in from West Ham, who seems to be an unbelievable talent. Saw a picture of him training with the actual England first team the other day, which is just crazy. Yeah, look, quality player. That's the level, isn't it? You know, that is the level that we have set. When you look at what we've built this season, all the way back to when we signed Jordan Houghton, we set the bar then to what we wanted to create and achieve. And Lewis just falls in that bracket again. Top quality player. He's going to push to compete. But he might not play a lot at the start, but I think Lewis has definitely got the ability to get in terms of maintaining a promotion push, I mean, why not? I mean, if we've got 22 points by October, we'd need 50 points from 111. That's under half. So why not? Look, players got to stay fit. Of course they have. We've got to be consistent throughout the whole season. We've got to score a lot of goals, which we're doing. We've got 9. Hopefully we can get into double figures Saturday. I really believe we can. And thoughts on a new acquisition and can we maintain a promotion push? Oh my God, who would have thought we'd be talking about
that? Yeah, I think it's a very smart piece of signing, but a smart piece of work as well by Leon and Revs. I think he's going to be one of those people that if we're lacking a bit of creativity, you know, you can put him in the pitch and he's just going to start playing and he'll create something. You know, he's just almost like an addition to Dan Kemp, so it kind of relieves that pressure from Kemp being the creator, and Phoenix to an extent, like relieves the pressure from them to always be the ones creating chances. It can come from deeper in midfield. But I mean, if what I saw originally was true, where there was other top end League One clubs sniffing around him and some Championship clubs wanting to take him on loan, and he's chosen to join us. I think it says a lot about where we are as a club and where we're going as a club. So I mean, yeah, let's wait and see what he's like on the pitch. But first initial thoughts are he's very, very promising. In terms of maintaining a promotion push, we can. Don't want to dampen the spirit or the mood, but it it's the period of where we've got to go from just instead of going to places like Huddersfield and playing well, but not necessarily getting anything out of the game. It's like going to places like Huddersfield, playing well, getting a point, and then when Huddersfield come to our place, we play well and we try and get 3 points. Like little things like that, and then by all means we'll be right up there. But yeah, I think it's possible. I think we just, like you said, need players to stay fit. That's a key thing, really, and just be consistent with the performances. Don't let the standards drop. Like we've seen the standard that they've set themselves. So that's now, as a fan base, that's what we're going to hold them to. Like we want them to be performing at that level all the time now. So as long as they can maintain the consistency within the performances, by all means, I think we can keep it going. But yeah, I think also as a fan base, if we do lose 2 or 3 games on the bounce, let's not get on their backs. Like, just give them time. Like it's going to happen at some point. Like there's going to be a period of time where we don't win many games, we lose or we draw. Just make sure we're still backing them.
I agree. I certainly think I certainly think we've got a chance. I mean, look. What I'll say is what we've seen in the opening 6 matches, and you could say 8 in all competitions. We've been absolutely magnificent. We've played the top level of League One. The domination that we've had in games, the quality of our performance, the way that we've played, the goals that we've scored. You then look at the statistics, you go, 15 points out of 18, 100% home record, not even conceded a goal, not even had a shot on our goal at home. These are very, very impressive statistics. But for me, look, we all have watched football for a long time. You can tell a good side by just watching a couple of games. And you could tell really early on when we beat Blackpool 3-2 and when we beat Rotherham 1-0, how good of a side we are. And you've seen that. For me, it was the last 30 minutes performance at Huddersfield. I stood there that day and I watched us for that third of the match completely and utterly outplay Huddersfield with 30 minutes to go, 25 minutes to go. And for me, it was that period and that game where we showed how great this team is. I stood there, I was pinching myself. Again, Anna was nearly in tears, but I was there and it was watching us play like that and dominate that 25 to 30 minutes was unbelievably impressive. And that was the game that I come away from going, wow, we've got a team, because it is very rare that teams will go to Huddersfield and they'll dominate periods of the game at Huddersfield. Look, I know Peterborough went there on the weekend and scored 2, but the way that we played there that day against a team that are regarded to do huge things and be in the Championship next season, I thought was incredibly impressive. And heck, even the trophy last week, playing the other part of the squad and playing like we did. But I think we're more than capable of. Again, consistency key, keeping players fit is key. Keep playing to the levels that we're playing, and it'll be a discussion come November, I'm sure. Rich, thanks for your question. You were the only one tonight. Thank you very much. I'm going to quickly go through the fixtures this weekend to start. Well, I say start League One in September. There were already matches on the weekend. As we know, we are playing Mansfield away in our 7th League One match of the season. The matches are as follows: Bradford City v Huddersfield, Northampton v Blackpool, AFC Wimbledon v Rotherham, Barnsley v Reading, Burton v Lincoln, Exeter v Port Vale, Leyton Orient v Bolton, Luton v Plymouth, Peterborough v Wickham, Stockport v Cardiff, and Wigan v Doncaster. So an opportunity to potentially see us go back top for the second time in this massive season. It would be the 3rd match day as well that would be top 4. So that would be an incredible achievement. Those are the fixtures on the weekend. We will keep an eye out for all those other games as we are playing Mansfield. And I think that's it. That's all we've got time for tonight. It's been good to check in. I hate it when we don't have a game and then it's like you wait around for a week, don't you? It's just boring. Just want to record.
Yeah, there's not a lot going on, is there, really?
So me and you getting the train Saturday.
Yeah.
Can't wait. I think it's how many away matches now? Blackpool, Charlton, Port Vale, Huddersfield for 6 for me. Is it your third?
Third.
Third this year. That's
First League One game of the year.
Stop it. It's not. It's the first League One match of this season.
Yeah.
So hang on, we've had this unbelievable start and Anne's just about to see the first. I love that, Anne. But look, you're consistent now. You're seeing Exeter and you're seeing Orient. You're seeing all those matches. So you're there every week.
Yeah.
This should be good, mate. We're getting the train in the morning. Up.
Yes.
It's going to be a laugh. Bit of scram, few beers. Blue stripe jollers on. It's going to be good fun, mate. I'm looking forward to it.
Can't wait to go back to that ground for however many times I've been there.
What are we doing? Are we getting a Nando's? Is that what we're doing?
Well, there's one close to the stadium, isn't there?
Yeah, it's
It'd be silly not to, really.
What, double chicken burger, garlic bread, fries before a whopping 3 points on the road? I'm backing that personally.
Getting the halloumi there.
Oh, and the jam that comes with it. That don't know what jam.
You the chili jam you can have.
Oh, the chili jam. I don't know why. For my autistic self, I used to call it the toe jam.
No.
Autism, man. It'll get you.
Where have you got the toe jam from?
Don't know. Don't ask. It was in my autistic brain a few years ago and it came out in a conversation. But yeah, the jam.
Jesus Christ.
Absolutely love that. What a way to end it. Borough fans, thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow because we have got a Mansfield preview coming out with one of the Mansfield Matters guys from their podcast. So stay tuned for the big match preview episode dropping tomorrow. I do believe that's our third one this season, or second one this season, actually. I'm not sure, not certain, I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for all the content, and we will be back on Sunday reacting, hopefully, to a brilliant result away at Mansfield, and we'll be looking ahead to Exeter City at home and covering all the stuff from the weekend. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in on YouTube if you have tuned in, and thank you so much for listening on Spotify. Go and give us a follow. Go and give us a subscribe on YouTube. We want to get over 50 subscribers by the end of the week. And if we do that, we might do a lucky prize for one of you fans. Or we might have to set up a signed blue stripe Jolla shirt for a lucky listener. So make sure you go and subscribe to our YouTube page. Just type in the Stevenage Football Club podcast and you'll see us. Go and give us a subscribe. Guys, see you on Sunday at this time. And always, you've been listening to the Stevenage Football Club #1 podcast, the Stevenage Football Club podcast. Thank you. Love you all and see you on Sunday.